soda bread, but it's all they had. I think they know Americans don't like the unsweet version. I already had some of this off cam, that's why a piece is missing. This is delicious. It's got raisins in it. Alright, let's try the corned beef. And that Irish butter is delicious. And as you guys can see, I've got a new plastic plate instead of using paper. That's really tasty. Alright, this potato is pretty plain. And I've got cabbage. I didn't show you, but I added salt to the juices before I cooked the cabbage, potatoes, and carrots. It's good. I'm satisfied with my meal. This is the first time I've ever made this. I'll drink this after. I'm sorry, my neighbors upstairs are making a racket. It's the dog on the balcony. He's actually a pretty good dog. He doesn't bark. So I got this plate at Daiso Japan, so I don't have to waste paper. I know a lot of people are concerned about that. I love this. When I was in Ireland, I did not see a sweet version like this. Maybe someone can confirm, do Irish really eat soda bread with raisins and sugar? I slightly overcooked the potato. But I'd rather overcook it than undercook it. I did not go there. Some people say I chew too fast. I'm sorry. That's just the way I chew. So, how many people celebrate St. Patrick's Day by going out to a pub or bar? I understand it's an American thing to celebrate, not so much people in Ireland. I remember growing up in school, if you didn't wear green on St. Patrick's Day, the other kids could pinch you. I like cabbage. It's got cancer-fighting properties. In another one of my videos, I forget which, I showed how I drove on the left side of the road in Kinsale, Cork, County Cork, Ireland, and how narrow the streets are. I forgot what video it is, but it's at the very end. believe the next stop was Kinsale, which is a little harbor with Spanish influence. I loved Kinsale. There was a pub there called the White House that I liked a lot, and the people were so friendly and nice. And the musicians, I just liked it. I don't know, one of the guys, an Irish guy that we met there, said that the music was better in Dublin, but I didn't care. I really thought it was quaint, and I just felt like I was getting the Irish experience there. And we got a little buzzed there, yeah. It was fun. After Kinsale, we drove along the coast to Kenmare, which was just a one-night stop. We were going to do the Ring of Kerry, but decided to go to a sheep farm. I know that sounds a little strange, but we enjoyed it a lot. The owner of the farm, had his dogs, like, corral the sheep, and we got to pet little lammies, and it was just really interesting. After the Irish farm, we stopped at, I think it was called Mugra's house, something like that. I probably said it wrong. And it's a really old house that Queen Victoria visited back in the day. These carrots are sweet. So, there was a lot of interesting things they told us at that house. How the kitchen staff worked. It was just hard times. Just so beautiful. I know every country probably has its beauty, but some have more beauty than others. Let's not deny the facts. Some countries have more beauty than other countries. Due to geographic location, weather. Oh my god, that corned beef is so good. The fat is very flavorful. Alright. After Mugra's house, we drove to Dingle. Which is on the very west side of Ireland, and a lot of the people actually speak the Irish Gaelic, I believe. There seems to be arguments on what the language is called. Some people call it Irish, some people call it Gaelic, but not to be confused with Scottish Gaelic. if you are Irish and live in Ireland, let me know if you guys actually eat corned beef and cabbage with potatoes.